Have you ever wondered why you feel completely drained after being around certain people or in certain places, even when nothing physically happened to you? What if I told you that it's not just in your head, that there's a hidden point on your body quietly absorbing energy from everything around you? There's a secret spot, a small but powerful portal that works like a magnet for unseen energy. When it's open, it pulls in the fatigue, worry, and emotional heaviness of the world. That's why you sometimes feel tired for no reason or carry emotions that aren't yours. But what if you could close that portal easily, gently, and forever, with nothing more than a piece of cotton and something you already have at home? This isn't superstition. It's an ancient practice that dates back to the time of Thoth, the Egyptian master of wisdom, used to protect the human body from unseen energetic forces. It's a method that's simple, real, and deeply spiritual. And once you understand it, it can transform how you feel every single day. Thousands of years ago, the ancients knew that the human body was more than muscle and bone. It was a living universe, a reflection of the cosmos. Thoth taught that just as galaxies spin around a central point, the human body has its own center of power, its own sacred axis. This center is your navel, the place where life first entered your body. The Greeks knew it too. In their most sacred temple at Delphi stood the omphalos, the navel of the world. They believed this stone marked the exact point where heaven and earth met. To them, the human navel wasn't a scar. It was a bridge between worlds, the place where the physical and the spiritual joined as one. Even the Mesopotamians believed the umbilical cord carried more than life from the mother. They read destinies in its pattern, believing it held the child's connection to the universe itself. Across different lands and centuries, all these ancient people pointed to the same place on the body, the center of creation, the portal of power. But somewhere along the way, this sacred knowledge was lost. The navel became just another mark, its meaning forgotten. The truth is, that point never stopped working. Even after the cord was cut, an energetic cord remained, connecting you to the world around you. It is the gate through which energy enters and leaves your being. When your energy is high and your emotions are balanced, this gate spins outward. It radiates light and confidence. But when you're stressed, sad, or afraid, the flow reverses. The portal begins pulling in energy instead of sending it out, drawing in the emotions, worries, and negativity of others. That's why you can leave a crowd or a workplace feeling completely drained. Ancient healers knew this wasn't magic. It was nature. They practiced what they called energetic hygiene. Just as you wash your body, you must also cleanse and protect your energy. Leaving this portal unguarded means your life force can leak out while negative vibrations find their way in. Traditional Chinese medicine named this point Shenque, the gate of the spirit. It was so sacred that ancient doctors were forbidden to pierce it with needles. They understood it as the throne of life force, the gate through which the soul enters the body. Every organ and cell is nourished from this point. The energy that flows through it keeps you alive, balanced, and whole. The Shenque also stores Jing, your ancestral essence, the energy you inherited at birth. When the gate is sealed and strong, your inner flame burns steadily, and you feel youthful and alive. But when it's weak or open, your energy leaks away. You feel tired, your body grows cold, and your spirit becomes dull. That's why the ancients created a simple ritual to restore warmth and seal the gate. They used a small piece of cotton soaked in warm natural oil, like olive or sesame oil, and placed it gently in the navel before sleep. The oil nourishes and warms the Shenque, sealing the energy portal and keeping your life force within you. It's an act of remembrance, telling your body, I am whole. My energy is my own. As you rest, the warmth spreads through your system, calming your mind and balancing your emotions. Over time, this simple practice helps you feel lighter, more centered, and more at peace. It reconnects you with the wisdom your body has always known. You are not just physical matter. You are vibration and consciousness. The navel is not a scar from birth. It's your living link to the divine source that created you. Protecting it means remembering who you are. A being of light, connected to the universe, grounded in life's energy. So tonight, when you lie down, place your hand gently over your navel and whisper, I am sealed in light. My energy is my sanctuary. Feel the warmth rise from your center, spreading through your entire being. That warmth is your protection, your strength, your inner fire awakening again. The more you nurture it, the more untouchable your peace becomes. When your inner fire is alive, no negativity can enter. When your energy flows from within, you no longer absorb what's around you. You transform it. You become radiant, self-contained, and deeply at peace. You become the guardian of your own energy. Deep within every human being lives an invisible flame, the inner fire that gives life its warmth, vitality, and strength. In ancient Chinese wisdom, this sacred fire is known as the Ming Men, the gate of vitality. It resides between the kidneys and acts as the body's central furnace, quietly regulating life force and radiating energy throughout the system. When the Ming Men burns bright, our body feels alive, warm, and resilient. Our digestion flows easily, our mind feels clear, and our spirit moves with quiet confidence. But when the fire weakens, coldness seeps in, not only into the body, but also into the emotions. We grow tired, unmotivated, heavy, and our health begins to lose its spark. The ancients discovered that the most effective way to feed this inner fire is not from behind, where the kidneys sit, but through the front, through the navel, a sacred portal called the Shenque, or residence of the spirit. This spot at the center of the abdomen is more than skin and flesh. It is the energetic door that opens directly into the core of the life force. When you apply heat to this area, you are not just warming the skin, you are awakening the furnace that fuels your entire being. It is like placing clean, steady burning firewood into the heart of your inner hearth. The warmth travels deep into the body, moving through invisible energy channels that link the navel directly to the Ming Men. As the heat penetrates, it sparks life back into the furnace, and this fire spreads throughout the system like a central heating network, reviving every organ and cell. The stomach and spleen, organs most easily affected by cold, begin to recover their natural strength. They once again transform food into pure, usable energy. The kidneys, guardians of the Ming Men and keepers of the vital essence called Jing, are deeply nourished. This nourishment enhances vitality, strengthens the bones, supports the adrenals, renews libido, and sharpens mental clarity. As the fire moves through the meridians, blood and chi start to circulate freely again, sending warmth even to the farthest parts of the body. Hands and feet that were always cold begin to glow with gentle heat. It is as though the sun inside your body, long asleep under a blanket of damp and chill, begins to rise again. When the inner fire reignites, another transformation occurs. The body's protective energy field, known as the Wei Kai, grows strong and bright. This energetic armor circulates on the surface of the skin, acting as a shield against external invaders, viruses, bacteria, harsh weather, and even the subtle emotional energies that come from other people. A strong Ming Men produces a strong Wei Kai. You become more resilient, more grounded, and less affected by outside negativity. You feel as though you walk inside a field of living light that nothing can easily penetrate. But not all heat can reach this depth. Ordinary warmth from a hot water bottle or a heating pad only touches the surface. The ancients understood that to awaken the true fire, they needed a kind of heat that carried the vibration of life itself, the essence of pure yang. They turned to nature for help, discovering plants and substances that embodied this energy. Certain roots, herbs, and resins were found to hold the living spirit of fire in its most intelligent and refined form. These were the fire allies, natural materials capable not only of warming, but also of moving energy, dissolving stagnation, and directing heat precisely where it was needed most. This is what the masters called intelligent heat, warmth that knows where to go. It was the difference between sitting beside a small space heater and living in a home with a central system that sends warmth evenly through every room. The goal was not simply to make the body feel warm, but to restore harmony, function, and flow throughout the entire energetic network. The navel, or Shenque, was considered the most powerful place to apply these substances. The skin there is thin, rich in blood vessels, and energetically open, a direct gateway into the body's meridian system. When a warming herb is placed over the navel, its essence moves quickly and deeply, reaching the root of the problem without getting lost along the way. The ancients knew that to remove darkness, one doesn't fight it. One simply lights a lamp. To chase away cold, one doesn't struggle. One kindles the fire. This principle of nourishing yang to dissolve yin became a foundation of their healing philosophy. Among the natural fire allies, some were especially revered. One of the oldest and most effective methods was moxibustion, which used the herb mugwort, dried and rolled into a stick, then burned near the skin. The radiant heat of mugwort carries a frequency that penetrates the meridians, driving out cold and dampness, easing pain, and reviving sluggish energy. Other plants were used in similar ways. Ginger, known for its sharp heat and invigorating aroma, was turned into pastes or infused oils that could be applied directly to the navel to warm the body from within. Spices such as cinnamon, clove, and pepper, each vibrating with the energy of fire, were treasured for their ability to awaken movement and life. Among all these substances, camphor was regarded as one of the most powerful. Extracted from a sacred tree, it carries a penetrating fragrance and a warmth that seems to reach straight to the bones. It dissolves energetic blockages, revives the life force, and restores clarity to the spirit. The ancients used camphor with great reverence, seeing it as a divine gift from nature, a flame in material form. The purpose of all these practices was always the same: to use the heat of the earth to awaken the light of heaven within the human body. Though time has passed and traditions have changed, nature's wisdom still lives among us. One of these ancient fire allies is hidden in plain sight, inside a common modern product found in nearly every home: an ointment like Vicks VapoRub. It contains camphor, one of the most potent fire essences known to humankind. Without realizing it, many of us already possess the key ingredient once used by masters to restore balance and vitality. The medicine of fire has been sitting quietly in our cupboards all along. To practice this ancient ritual, you need only 3 simple items: A small piece of natural cotton, some gentle medical tape like micropore, and your warming ointment, Vicks VapoRub, or if you prefer, a natural blend made with essential oils of ginger, cinnamon, or clove diluted in coconut oil. The best time to perform this ritual is between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m., the hours known in Chinese medicine as the hour of the rat, when yang energy begins to rise in the body. However, any time before sleep is effective, for the body becomes deeply receptive as it shifts into its nightly mode of restoration. Prepare a quiet space. Sit or lie down comfortably. Turn off distractions. Lower the lights and take 3 deep, steady breaths. With each exhale, let go of the noise of the day. With each inhale, draw in peace and warmth. Take a small amount of your ointment and saturate the piece of cotton until it feels rich and full, like a little reservoir of fire. As you prepare it, focus your intention. Feel the warmth of the substance. Inhale its scent and silently acknowledge its purpose. This is not just medicine. It is a messenger of light. Your intention awakens its power before it even touches the skin. With full presence, place the cotton directly over your navel, letting it rest gently on the center point of your body. This spot is not an ordinary place. It is the energetic gate that once connected you to life itself. Secure the cotton with the tape in the shape of an X, symbolizing harmony and protection. As you do, quietly say to yourself, I seal my center with light and warmth. I am safe, protected, and whole. The sound of your voice anchors your intention in the physical world. Words are vibrations, and vibration directs energy. Now close your eyes and rest your hands over your abdomen. Feel the warmth begin to spread. Visualize a golden flame flickering beneath your hands, gentle yet steady, radiant yet calm. See it growing into a miniature sun at your core. Watch its light flow outward through the invisible meridians like streams of liquid gold, nourishing every organ, relaxing every muscle, and bringing peace to every cell. Feel your kidneys drinking in the warmth, your stomach softening, your spleen awakening, and your whole being returning to harmony. Allow the seal to stay in place as you sleep. The soft, steady heat, the energetic intelligence of the plants, and your focused awareness will continue working through the night. The warmth will travel to the Ming Men, dispersing the cold, unblocking stagnant energy, and strengthening your Wei Kai. There is nothing more for you to do. Simply rest and trust your body's innate wisdom to direct the process. In the morning, when you wake, pause before removing the seal. Place your hand over your navel once more. Notice how you feel, perhaps more grounded, more peaceful, more centered. Then gently remove the cotton and hold it for a moment in gratitude. Thank the plants for their help. Thank your body for its healing intelligence. And thank this ancient wisdom for finding its way to you. Gratitude completes the ritual and multiplies its power, aligning you with the frequency of balance and abundance. Over time, as you repeat this practice, it will become more than a nightly routine. It becomes a sacred meditation, an act of devotion to your own well-being, a declaration that you are the guardian of your temple. Instead of reacting to exhaustion or sickness, you learn to maintain your energy proactively. You become the keeper of your own flame. The changes that follow are gentle but profound. They are not miracles. They are the natural result of restoring harmony between fire and water, movement and stillness. With consistent practice, sleep becomes deeper and more peaceful. The nervous system calms, the hands and feet grow warmer, and the digestion grows stronger. The immune system awakens, defending the body with quiet efficiency. Chronic aches and pains begin to ease as energy flows freely once again. The body grows lighter, the mind clearer, and the emotions steadier. The longer you continue, the more you notice subtle shifts, a new sense of inner stability, quiet joy, and grounded power. You begin to feel not just warm in the flesh, but alive in spirit. The fire that once dimmed under layers of stress and fatigue rises again, gentle but unyielding. It becomes clear that healing was never about adding something new, but about remembering and nurturing what was already within you. This is the timeless lesson of the masters. To dissolve the cold, you need not fight. You simply light the flame. To restore balance, you do not force. You invite warmth to return. By feeding the inner fire, you allow life itself to flow again, bright and unbroken, through every part of your being. You'll begin to notice a quiet transformation taking place inside you. The energy you feel each day will start to change. It won't be the nervous, jittery kind that comes from caffeine or external stimulation. It will be calm, balanced, and steady, an energy that flows naturally from within you. You'll feel more grounded, more centered, more at peace in your own skin. The little things that used to disturb you will lose their power. What once felt overwhelming will now seem small, because your center will be stronger. The world outside may still be noisy and unpredictable, but it will no longer control your inner state. You'll find yourself standing in the stillness, like the eye of a storm, calm and unshaken while everything else continues to move around you. But the deepest change that happens through this practice isn't something anyone can see. It can't be captured in a mirror or measured in numbers. It is a quiet shift in your awareness. You begin to sense that you are no longer drifting through life, at the mercy of every thought, feeling, or situation that passes by. You begin to feel the sacred power of your own presence. You start to recognize that your energy belongs to you, and that you are its guardian. You stop leaking your strength into everything around you, and instead, you hold it close, protecting it, nurturing it. This awareness transforms the way you move through the world. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You become a conscious creator of your own reality. You stop reacting automatically to everything that happens and start choosing how you wish to respond. You stop living from chaos and start living from clarity. You begin to lead your life from a place of balance, inner peace, and spiritual strength. That is the true purpose of this ancient wisdom, to awaken the guardian within you. The magic isn't in the objects or materials you use, not in the cotton or the ointment. The magic lies in the awareness the act awakens. Every night, when you perform this simple ritual, you send a powerful message to your subconscious. I am in control of my energy. I am the keeper of my sacred space. I decide what enters and what stays out. This becomes more than a thought. It becomes a living declaration of self-respect. Through repetition, this small act begins to reprogram your energy field from within. You stop living as someone who comes home drained, without knowing why. You stop carrying emotions that don't belong to you. You become an active participant in your own vitality. You learn to manage your inner world with awareness and grace. You stop being a passive receiver of the energies around you and become the conscious protector of your life force. This shift in mindset is the greatest protection there is. Once you realize that you have a center of power within you and that you can protect and nourish it, you stop giving away your strength so easily. You begin to treat your own being as sacred. You start to understand that your body is not just a physical form. It is a temple of living energy. It houses your soul, your intuition, your divine spark. Even the simple act of placing cotton on your navel becomes a sacred moment of devotion, an act of self-love and remembrance. It is your way of saying to the universe, I honor my energy. I honor my light. Through this daily ritual, you are not only caring for your physical body, but also awakening an ancient connection, a wisdom that has traveled across centuries and continents. You are walking in the footsteps of the Egyptian priests who guarded their life force with sacred practices, the Taoist masters who cultivated their inner energy in the mountains of China, and the samurai who centered their minds before facing the chaos of battle in Japan. You are continuing that golden lineage of awareness. You are keeping alive a timeless tradition of inner mastery. You are not simply blocking negative energy. You are reclaiming your right to exist as a whole, powerful being. You are reminding yourself that your energy is valuable and that not everyone deserves access to it. You are declaring to life itself that you will no longer abandon yourself. And when you make that declaration, the universe responds. When you treat yourself as sacred, the world begins to mirror that truth back to you. People who once took advantage of your light will drift away. Situations that once drained you will dissolve. Your vibration will rise, and only those who match your peace will remain. As this awareness deepens, you'll begin to feel your own energy with new clarity. You'll sense when your center feels strong, bright, and open, and when it feels weak or unsteady. You'll learn to recognize which environments feed your spirit and which ones drain your power. You'll start to choose relationships, habits, and spaces that protect your peace rather than disturb it. This is how you become the master of your own life, not through control or force, but through awareness and alignment. You become an alchemist of your own energy. You learn to keep your inner fire alive even in difficult times. You learn how to protect your calm without closing your heart. You learn that strength doesn't always mean resistance. It often means presence, patience, and clarity. And as you anchor yourself in this inner balance, you begin to affect the world around you without effort. Your calm becomes contagious. Your silence begins to heal. Your very presence begins to bring order wherever you go. You no longer have to speak loudly or defend your peace. You simply radiate it. When a person becomes centered in this way, they become a living temple, a beacon of stability and light in a restless world. Others may not understand why, but they will feel safer around you. They will feel drawn to your peace because it reflects something they have forgotten in themselves. You will become living proof that the deepest wisdom is often the simplest truth, that everything changes when you remember who you are and protect what you carry. This is why this ancient knowledge has survived for thousands of years. It was never a superstition or a myth. It endured because it works. It is practical, timeless, and deeply human. It teaches you to understand energy the way ancient observers did, not through belief, but through experience. And now, this wisdom is in your hands. It no longer belongs to the past. It belongs to you, here and now, as a tool to use every day. By practicing it, you become more than a student. You become a living link in a golden chain that stretches through history. Every person who awakens to their power and becomes the guardian of their own energy helps raise the vibration of the collective. You help lift the consciousness of the world simply by standing in your truth. You become a reminder that we are not powerless, that we are not victims of life, but conscious beings capable of transforming everything through awareness. And if you have reached this point, if you are still here, it is not a coincidence. It means your soul is ready. It means your awareness is opening. It means you are ready to step into the next level of your own power. This is your time to reclaim what has always been yours. To seal this intention into the universe, speak the words, "My center is a fortress of light." Let it be your declaration. Let it be your promise to yourself. Every person who speaks these words adds their energy to a growing field of strength that connects us all. If this message has touched you, if it has awakened something within you, and you feel called to support this mission, you can find a link in the first pinned comment to help this work reach more souls. Every act of support, no matter how small, helps the message travel further. But even if you cannot contribute financially, know that your time, your attention, and your presence are already sacred gifts. Sharing this message with someone who needs it is another way of expanding this circle of light. And before you go, remember, this is only the beginning. The journey continues. I've prepared another message waiting for you. One that takes this wisdom even deeper and helps you apply it in ways that transform your daily life. So don't leave just yet. Click on the next video that appears on your screen, and let us continue this path together. I'll meet you there, in the light of your own awakening.